What's up? How you doing? You're all very welcome to number 16 of the Ramble Pod on the Buckshot Network, we'll call it, for Tuesday, the 18th of September 2018. By Jesus, how are you? I'm recording this on Monday because, as I told you, I'm going to be ploughing all week, so I won't. So there'll be absolutely no chance. I don't know. To so long as I'm at the ploughing, I'm probably going to have to leave at about 4 o'clock in the morning. Given the traffic that if I remember correctly, the traffic fucking doses. So, because I could have been there early enough. And fuck knows what time I'm going to be getting out of it. So it's just easier to get it done today. The bit of free time that I have. Although today's after freeing up a bit. It's not too bad. How was your weekend? Huh? How was it? I got some good pictures. People were on the sauce. Good on you. Good stuff. I had a fucking lovely weekend. You know that? I had one gig on Saturday night, but it was just a lovely weekend because I had stuff to do, but not major pressure. It was one of the first weekends in fucking months where I could just actually not feel that I had to do a fucking gazillion fucking thing. I could actually relax, walk around with no fucking shoes on like a toddler, delighted with myself. You're all very welcome. If you're first time, click subscribe in whatever fucking format you're listening to. You'll enjoy it. I got a bit of grief for the first time ever. I got a bit of grief on last week's Buckshot from a few listeners. Going, yeah, the sound wasn't great, Tom. And I said, yeah, Jesus, I apologise. And I had apologised before it anyway. It's like, yeah, it's not going to be great. And this is what I'm talking about. I have to be taking gigs. And stuff like that on the Patreon. If you want it better, if you want to guarantee that it's going to be polished and perfect. And the thing is, I appreciate everybody's opinion, but one or two are kind of going, yeah, what's the fucking deal with that? And then I quickly, oh wait, you're not even a Patreon subscriber, and you're like, if it's a Patreon person, absolutely, I get you, I hear you loud and clear, because you are technically a co-producer of it. But if you're not actually stumping up anything, then what do I do with that opinion? I appreciate it. You know what? I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it. Sometimes people don't mean to come across a bit cunty. It can just happen that way in text form. You know, that kind of way. It can just happen. You can take it as a bit of fucking, hey, what the fuck? Sometimes people don't mean it to be as waspy as it fucking is. But I take it on board. Nothing I could do. Just a crossover between having to fucking gig and having to do a podcast. It's just a way of it. Now, most people are all right. They were happy enough. They were going, okay, Grant, I appreciate what the situation was. You happened to be upstairs in a fucking distillery before you went to the comedy gig. Some people kind of like that. How the fuck is Adam Buxton allowed to get away with this shit? And yet that fucker's way up the charts. And, he's just strolling around through fields and stuff, having to fucking crack. Nobody's giving him any grief. He's recording on his phone half the time, sure. Jesus. Anyway, getting away from that. If you haven't heard of Patreon, which I'm sure you have at this stage, if you haven't heard of it, and you do want to help the show, go to Patreon, have a gander at it, throw a couple of quid in. I'm going to film next week. I know I've discovered a way of actually doing it live, of live recording. That's the dog now fucking humping in the background, in case you're wondering. She just wasn't getting out of the office today. She's in that kind of a form. She had the haircut over the weekend, looking the fucking biz, so she has a bit of a diva vibe about her. Like I said, so I am going to record. I found a way of doing it live. Now, see, here's the thing. I don't know who's going to benefit to film it live. Most of the people that it'll be exclusive for Patreon people. But I don't know if it'll be of a benefit for me to film it live. I'm going to do it anyway, to see who fancies it or whatever. And it'll be up there anyway. As a live one, it'll be up there as a pre-record or whatever, so I have a gander. I'm going to record, from the office. Got a new desk in, partly thanks to the Patreon people. That money's been spread thin now at this stage. But you know what? Every penny goes towards, it's all going towards the office anyway. And we're building towards something. That's the thing, it ain't going away. It's only going to get bigger. And that's how you help. So I do want to create stuff that's, exclusive to the people that are actually chucking it a couple of quid. And if you do fancy throwing it a couple of quid, fucking more power to you. There's, I suppose, as well, the Tea Republic shop. Plus that technically that does go towards it too. You want to buy yourself some stickers, cups, with the logo. The logo's cool. You know what I mean? It does look cool on t-shirts and stuff. I've ordered 2 t-shirts myself. I figured, fuck it, I better really. Because the quality of everything else they've sent is pretty fucking good. It is good, like. So, thankfully. Yeah, it's people seem to like it. So I think I will have to have a sit down with somebody closer to home to get this stuff made and have more control over it, like, because as a Tea Republic, you make fuck all really off it, like. Out of a t-shirt, I think you might make $2 or something, but you're probably taxed on the $2 then as well, as you know. So it's only just an experiment to see if people are into it and what they like about it, and it's very easy to do. It's very easy to set up that shop, and that, you know, they do it for you. You just send them an image and it comes out on all these different things. Kind of cool in its own way. So that being that, how was my week? Where was I? I was in Unhinged Comedy Club on Wednesday night, yeah. I was just trying some new stuff out. That's essentially do you know what I know? Some amount of fuckers. Now I know maybe changing weather or what. Well, the weather never stops. I never buy that shite where people are coughing and say, "Oh, that's the changing weather." The weather is constantly fucking changing here in Ireland. So I don't know where that phrase has come from. The amount of fuckers that were on the street just coughing and spluttering. I was like, fuck this, I'm getting back into the car. This is where patient zero starts. This is a fucking Ebola or something. At least 20 people I passed in the few hundred metres from between the car parker up there just off of George Street and then walking down to fucking Temple Bar. The amount of fuckers who were just coughing and spluttering. Fucking. It just looked like some sort of epidemic was taking off. That's all I'm saying. And if somebody started biting each other, that's it. I'm back in the car, fuck the gig. I'm going home. Going to the bug out fucking scenario. Loading the guns. And just shooting all around you. That was what I took from that night anyway. Could be total fucking hypochondria from me just thinking that the whole world was... Nothing to do with the fact that I did watch Patient Zero. Which isn't a bad film. It got slated. It's not a bad film up until somebody somebody lost the last bit of the script. Somebody was actually... You know, because have you seen it? If you haven't seen it, just your man Tucci, isn't that his name? He's been in a ton of things. He's a class actor. Baldy fella, he was in The Hunger Games. He had blue hair in it. Baldy fella with blue hair, you know the lad. And your one with the curly mouth from Game of Thrones. She became Cersei's daughter-in-law. I don't know what her fucking name is. And then... I think it was your man Doctor Who was in it. And you recognise a couple more. Oh, and Sam. Fat Sam from Game of Thrones. He was in it as well. All lined up to be a great show. Not a lot of money, I'd say. Which is fair enough. But is there a fucking chopper? Great. There's a fucking chopper hovering over the fucking house. Would you fuck off? What the fuck? You wouldn't hear a peep all day. You wouldn't hear a fucking peep all day, and the next thing, as soon as I start a fucking podcast, things like a fucking chopper goes overhead. What's that bullshit about? Fuck's sake. Anyway, getting back to that movie. What a fucking letdown at the end. I'm not going to ruin the fucking movie for you, but give it a watch. But the fucking end, it's like, do you know what would make a great setup to the start of a program? But instead it was actually a film. It's like, what the fuck? So, maybe that was what got me going about fucking every cunt spluttering and fucking coughing around the fucking streets of Dublin. But like that, I was in the whiskey distillery on what a fucking cracking gig. Jesus Christ. Your ego would be quite inflated, I will have to say, because you come away going, fucking hell, everything I tried was just turning to gold. And it was the same for everybody. Everybody in the lineup was having a stormer. It's just sometimes a venue can just be a great fucking venue. It wouldn't work weekly. It's like a once in a blue moon kind of gig. And I think people like the kind of exclusivity of it in a way, in a vibe that... Like, there's a few podcast listeners came. Fair play. They messaged and they said there were coming a couple of people. But it was just a cracking show. I think there was kind of a kind of level of exclusivity about it. You know, you get these... You hear about it in these food trucks in America where it's like, you know, really popular jokes, and it goes out on Twitter where it's going to be that night, and it's like, yeah, and it's half the fucking draw of the thing is to say you were at it, you know, that kind of way. Because, by Jesus, do they know how to charge for a drink. Fucking hell. They were making these cocktails inside there to bait the band, and it was tenner a cocktail, and they weren't... I mean, fair play. And it was at least a tenner a cocktail. It was £6 a fucking bottle of beer. But you know what? I'm not going to whinge. It was a great night. Very, very enjoyable night. It was... And just a cracking audience. And that's... I'm telling you now... I would say about 40% of it is down to the comedian. About 60% of it is down to the audience. If the audience are just in a real jolly good form and just up for it and go in with that intention, honest to God, it just goes off to the fucking races. It's unbelievable. You don't feel it. Now, to be fair, when you have a cracking MC sorting the scenario out too, Steve Cummins, you can't go wrong. Like, you know what I mean? You just can't go wrong with it. Absolutely lovely. Then on Saturday night, one gig I had on Saturday night was the rugby club in Monkstown, which is the most D4 area. Even Monkstown itself isn't even that, but the rugby club where it is, my God, gorgeous setting, but it was a great gig. It was actually, because a lot of time these can be fucking, you wouldn't know what you're dealing with. Like, and even the chap run that was going, we've had nights here where it's gone to hell. You know, where people they'll buy their ticket in support of the club, but not show up to the event. But they didn't. I'd say there was about 60 or 70 people bet in a very small clubhouse. Very small, as clubhouses go. But I think, it was just, they were a nice bunch of people. Lovely bunch of people. The bar staff were definitely drunk. I don't give it bollocks. One fella started mouthing off at the other fella before the show even kicked off, and it was about not having enough change in the till, and that man was clearly drunk. And at first I didn't want to say it, because it's like, I was ordering a fucking, just, because I was driving, I was just getting a water, and I'm like, hey, wait a second, should I say? Because, you know, he comes out and he just starts ripping into the other barman. He say, hey, I don't know, I'm looking in the till there, and it is fucking, and I was like, oh, maybe he's not, maybe he's just special, you know what I mean? Because the other fella was just nodding along with him, like, rather than him actually pulling him up on the fact that, hey, you're drinking on the job, man. Because you definitely would assume that a fella would pull him up on it, but he didn't. He just kind of went along with him and went, oh, fuck, right, he might be just a bit special. Fair enough, I'll leave that. I won't say it anymore. But then I turned around, the fucker's drinking a pint in behind the counter. I'm like, oh, fuck off. Just sheer jealousy, really, on my behalf is all it was. You get to fucking work in a clubhouse, getting paid, and you're drinking. Jesus. That's alright. Can't whinge about that. Fucking hell. Oh, Lordy. So that was sweet. Sweet as a fucking nut. Jesus, yeah. So, like I said, I will be down at the Ploughing Championship. A few people are coming. I actually have messaged and said they'll be on the way. Obviously, it's the middle of a work week for most people, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm actually really, really looking forward to it. Armbands and stuff have come through the post there, and it's weird. Like, they're always artists. This time I'm down as an exhibitor, so I'll be exhibiting myself. Sounds like I'm going to get fucking arrested for it. Yeah, all week, fucking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be in Block 4, Row 38. What did I say? Stand 738. Yes, Block 4, Row 38, Stand 738. It's the Bus Éireann one. I'm guessing there'll be a few buses out the front, lads. You can't see really fucking. Here's the thing: you might win a fucking iPad if you come in and tell a few stories. I don't know. Just saying. If you happen to be a podcast listener, might be able to look after you a small bit. No, I'm horseshitting. I fucking won't be able to look after you. I know I won't. But I can influence. Yeah, do you know what? I might be able to look after you a bit if you are a podcast, because there's going to have to be 5 or 6 people at a time tell their stories individually, and the best story wins an iPad, as far as I know. Everybody who tells a fucking story gets up on the red chair to tell a story. You win free shit of some sort. I don't know, but you know what? Everybody likes free shit. So there you are. That's all my plugging done. That's all my plug. I'll tell you all about it. next week on next week's Ramble Pod. It should be fucking... God knows how... I have no idea how this is going to go. It could be good crack. It could be... I'm going to have good crack anyway. Fucking hell, better keep it clean though. Jesus, can't be cursing and swearing. Can't be cursing and swearing. Oh, fucking hell tonight. The fucking poor old Spike. Oh, podcast. Friend of the podcast, friend of myself. Poor old Spike. He got caught cold. I think he probably went into it. Not underestimating your man, because of course there'll be trash talk all day long, but your man started hitting Spike with fucking dirty stuff beforehand. I think he must have gotten a little hot-headed. He left himself exposed. It was a counter punch. Caught him fucking beautifully on the chin. Knocked him out in the first round. Lemieux. Yeah. I mean, I think he was definitely going in as underdog anyway, because your man has a fair old pedigree. But I don't think anybody expected him to go down in the first. And just rattled him. He was grand afterwards. He was like, look, fuck, he caught me. And he might be fighting a little heavy. I think he might. Well, I think he's going down to super middleweight. There was talks of it beforehand anyway, but sure, look at. And you see people, writing stuff underneath, and you're like, lads, what would any of us know? I know. I suppose this is sport. You can comment on it all you want, I suppose, but the reality, and it's like people shouting from the side, yeah, useless, from the side of a soccer pitch. What the fuck would you do? If you're. It's rarely the people that have any ability at all would have, are normally the ones who shout the fuck. Isn't that what they say? Poor bastard. Well, he's had defeats in the past. But it just would have been, the fairy tale would have been nice for him to then go on and fight fucking Canelo afterwards, like for the title. But I would say Lemieux now might get that fucking look in, because Canelo did end up with, this is for people who have no interest in boxing. This is boring the living piss out of you, I've no doubt. I discovered something this week that has changed my life forever. I can have to easily say it. I discovered, and this is not a plug to anything, but fuck me, shout out to any of the fucking shops that are doing click and collect. Oh my goodness. Like, you all know how much I hate going into shops. You've heard me talk about it at this stage. And it's not that I've fucking social anxiety or anything. It's just the big fucking animals of humanity that just walk in front of you and meander around with their fucking mouths hanging open because they have nothing better to do with their time. I don't have that kind of time. And I discovered this herself. Was like, we should do it one of the days. We should just order online and just fucking see what your man pick, drop it around or whatever. And next thing was, it just happened. It just culminated this beautiful moment at the weekend where Sunday morning popped over to fucking Tesco's. The big Tesco's about 10 minutes up the road. There was a bloke sitting in a fucking truck. It was weird because you don't go to the shop. You don't go into Tesco's. You go to the corner of... I thought to be a depot you pull up to or whatever. But the depot is essentially your man sitting in the van in the corner. And you pull up and he's like, how's it going? I'm like, all right. Here's all your shit. Here's some plastic basket yolks to take them away in. Don't worry about it. Enjoy your day. That was it. That was fucking it. The shopping was all sitting right there. The excitement. The disbelief, honest to God, were almost no stress levels whatsoever. The money had already changed hands. Everything. They had everything on the menu. There was nothing on the list. There was nothing. Nobody fucked in the wrong thing. Your man's customer service was impeccable. He was a very polite man. Explained everything from the next time that we're doing it and stuff. And you're like, this is the fucking future. I don't have to see... I almost said it to the guy. So you tell me I don't have to go in and look at people with big fat necks and fat backs in front of me inside the shop as they fucking just breathe and meander around the place like fucking cattle. And he was, I almost said it to him. I was like, this is the fucking future. This is what it's all about. Next stage is them actually showing up with it. But then I kind of like the whole... I don't mind. It wouldn't be up. I don't think I could get any more happiness out of the situation, even if they showed up with the grub. I think I still don't mind going down to the shop. It's just the humans you're dealing with. Most of them are fine, but it's just the fuckos that are just in your way. This really shouldn't bother me all that much, like, given that how public my job is and stuff, but it fucking does. It does. And this is the fucking new thing. This is the future. Very, very excited. Oh, very excited. I've been eating venison all weekend, lads. Oh, mother of fucking Jesus Christ. It's nearly the last of it. Nearly the last of the venison before we go acquire some more, probably in November, if the truth be told. But I made a big old fucking stew. Very simple. Few tweaks of my own, just to make it extra fucking delicious, healthy. Oh, fucking hell tonight. Fucking have a gander at it on the old Instagram there, lads, if you haven't. Like, I say that, what the fuck is it going to do for you to have a look at a picture of food? All I can tell you is that it turned out fucking delicious. If you haven't tried venison, do yourself a favour. I think, do you know what? A couple of people have actually sent me pictures of the last week or so. I think the Irish Game crowd, which are there in Selbridge, I think, and it's Wild Irish Game, it's going to be exactly, what you would go out and shoot yourself. I think they may be back. They're back in the shops again. A lot of the stuff will be, because the game season is opening up again. So, of course, it's going to be back. So, get the fucking, have a gander for it. Gander, of course, is a fucking male duck. Or male, I beg your fucking pardon. There's people now fucking spluttering and everything. It's a male goose, isn't it? A gander. Why would you have a gander at something, to have a look at something? I don't understand it. But, I do, have a look out for it. I'm telling you, you won't be sorry. You won't be sorry. Get yourself, and don't go for venison steaks either. Get asking for fucking shoulder or somehow tough bit. Because in the old slow cooker don't matter. You could fucking a knob of concrete. It'd be delicious within a fucking couple hours. Oh, Lord God. I did something. Do you know what? An old fucking cod all these old beauty things are. Like, herself, like you wouldn't do this fucking thinking about it. Like you wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't think anybody comes to see me in any performing light to go, God, that fella has great skin. But herself produced these fucking masks. It's just a big good crack to stick on these jelly kind of masks things. Now they're made by like L'Oreal or one of these crowds, like. And it was like the reading of the packet was, actually I'd go along with anything, like whatever. Yeah, I mean it wouldn't be something I'd go out of my own way to go and fucking buy, like. But this was supposed to be rejuvenating or whatever. What a load of old shite. Fucking hell tonight. I left this yolk on, like it's creepy as shit. I put up a video of it. I mean, the video will be gone now at this stage, I'd imagine. It was just a throwaway video on Instagram, but it was kind of terrifying to see us with these jelly faces, like just jelly over your face. You'll have seen what I'm talking about, like, but what a load of old shite. My skin looks no different, feels no different. I left it on for a good fucking half an hour too. And I was saying, like, I understand you shouldn't be seeing results straight away on any fucking thing, but this yoke had more or less said you would. So don't be telling me fucking lies, L'Oreal, or whoever made this fucker. What I'm saying is don't bother your hole with any of these fucking face mask yolks. Just eat venison. You'll be grand. Fucking hell. Well, we're going to have to be fucking tying down fucking everything this week. Never mind your face masks. Apparently there's a big storm coming. This is the tail end of a storm that was, I'm guessing, normally in the southern states of America. Although they do get them, they get them everywhere now, through the poor old misfortunes. And they get them, like in America. A lot of American listeners. As I can see by the old stats, a lot of American listeners. Fucking hell, you get fucking hammered with them. Is there any state in America that doesn't get fucking blasted by some fucker of a weather? Is there any place that just stays grand? I mean, our version of a storm here, like a few trees came down with Ophelia last year. I don't know what this one is. What's this one called? Is it Helena? No. Is it Helena? I'm looking at the dog as if the dog's going to fucking answer me. No. No. As if you were waiting for her to fucking answer me. By Jesus Christ. But yeah, we're batting down the hatches. Bring in the fucking, the bits and pieces, the fucking, I'm vocalising exactly what I have to do. So I know for a fact, just my luck now, the fucking barbecue will end up halfway down the fucking field. Jesus Christ. I haven't fucking been near the barbecue. I haven't had time. A couple of lads are messaging about it. I haven't had fucking time. I am going to do, it's my birthday on Friday. Oh yeah, it is my birthday. Jeez, it is my birthday on Friday. I'm going to do probably some steaks and stuff, because I think we've some family coming up. So I'm going to do some steaks, I think. So nothing too amazing. Yeah, fuck it. That'll be the actually, I don't know when I'm going to get at it again. Hopefully I'll be doing one for the Vodafone Comedy Carnival in October. If we have time to fucking do it. But the talk is of me putting on one. Now it's probably going to just be for the comedians, but we'll film it and the crack will be good anyway, like. Says he, what fucking use? I can't taste the filming, Tom. If we can open it up to the public, more fucking power. I don't. It might be, again, might be exclusive to like ticket owners and stuff like that. But there's talks of getting me to do something. I don't know what I'd be able to do. Because you know, you're like, as I've talked about in the past, you have to be kind of fucking all over it. You can't just tip in and go, yeah, I'll just flip them there and that's all. You have to be fucking all over it. Like, you have to be. But sure, look at, if I am, I am. If I'm not, I'm not. How bad. It's the old addiction. I was even looking at it today going, fuck the old addiction, lads. I'd love to be back fucking barbecue. And I'm going to have to do something this week after the ploughing. After the fucking ploughing. Lord knows how that's even going. I wonder if there'll be any barbecuing crowd down at the fucking ploughing. Although I don't think I'm going to get a lot of time. Looking at the schedule of what I'm doing, I don't think I'm going to get an awful lot of time to be nibbling away for grub. I think I just said nibbling away there for grub. Nibbling or nippling away for grub. Jesus Christ, I'm going off the rails altogether. Gone off the fucking rails. Oh, Lord save us. But I will. You know what? I have a couple of fucking T-bones. That's what I'm going to do. Again, I'm just vocalising here my fucking thoughts. Which I suppose is what this shit is all about, really, isn't it? Vocalising our thoughts. I was supposed to be interviewing, you see, I've got a little extra time today. I was supposed to be interviewing next Friday's guest. But the fucking voice was at her. It wasn't great after the weekend, whatever she was up to. She said, look it. And that's fine, I can reschedule. I'm going to do Wednesday evening instead after the ploughing day. So freed up a bit of fucking time today. I have a ton of shit to get done because you're locked down. You're locked down for 3 fucking solid days. I'm not used to this fucking carry on. Not fucking used to it, I tell you. But I will, I'll throw up a couple of pictures and stuff like that. I've got some deadly pictures of lads over the weekend. Fucking hell, there was lads in Vegas and every fucking thing over the weekend. Fair fucking play to you. I'm delighted for you. Delighted for you. Oh, I'm going to be actually down in Trabolgan. I think I talked about this last, but I'm still not fully sure what's going on. But I'm going to be this coming Saturday night. I'm going to be in Trabolgan, which is East Cork. It is open to the public as far as I know, but it is kind of a holiday place, isn't it? Fuck it, I should really Google it. You just take this. I trust the bloke who booked me. See, this is the thing. I trust the bloke who booked me, so I'm going to show up, and I suppose I'll do, I don't know, half an hour to 45 minutes of telling jokes and see what fucking pans out that way. I fucking no idea. Like I said, if you're in the East Cork fucking region, which there are few people are that listen to this, pop on over. Pop on down, say hello to Tom. Fuck it. Why not? Get some photographs. It'll be good fucking crack. Thanks to everybody who came to the gigs this week, because I got a few messages from people that were enjoyed the shit out of themselves. They'd gone to a couple. They went to the Monkstown gig and the Teelings gig. Thanks to everybody for your congratulations on the Caveman. Also to the people who are asking about fucking tickets for when that kicks off. I haven't a fucking notion. As I said last week, I'll keep you updated as much as I know. You'll fucking know. As soon as I know, you'll fucking know. I promise you. I promise you. The podcast listeners will be the first to find out about things like the defending the caveman and these things. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Right, that's enough for you. That's enough for you in your ear pipes. I'm going to lash this up there now. Well, it'll come out Tuesday. I'll schedule it for Tuesday. Let you have a now Soko. At least still let the weekend flow over you. And you can kick into tomorrow. Like that, whatever platform you're listening to, if it's your first time, whatever, you're listening on Podbean, any of those ones, Castbox, hit subscribe. You'll catch it twice a week. You'll catch the buckshot dose twice a fucking week. Follow me on all usual platforms when it comes to social, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook are all Tom O'Mahony Comedy. Also, if you want to follow the podcast direct, it's Buckshot Pod. I'll be putting up more stuff on that in the way of guests and stuff about guests and things like that. Tom O'Mahony. But you won't miss out, even if you follow me on the other ones. You'll find it in some which way. If it's chatty snaps you're into, which I'm kind of, I'm trying. I'll try and reply to you if I spot it. I just don't fucking see it, but I do see the Instagram messages and stuff like that. But feel free, if it's still your fucking bag, send me the stuff on chatty snaps. That's Tom Bear O'Mahony. If you need to email me, just buckshotpodcasts@gmail.com. Lash it off to me, or go to my website where there's a contact link. Anyway, you can just write me whatever you want. That's tomomahony.com. You'll also see gigs and stuff lined up on that one. But if you want to contact me with anything kind of long form that you need to write me or stuff like that, not a fucking bother. Shoot it on that way. You'll get to me. Very easy to get to me in some which way, form or another. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, if you are, don't forget to review and rate if you haven't done already. Be fucking class. Be class, lads. Hit us a fucking 5-star review. Because really, I can do nothing with the other ones. I can do nothing with it. Just, you know what, it pushes you up the charts a small bit. And that way, the more listeners, the more Patreons, the better quality of the podcast. Now, go on away, enjoy yourself for the week, and I'll be back with a guest on Friday. Look,